I have vanity alert. We don't do vanity around here. You know, I've been watching some YouTube videos, and it's such it's about the cops. You know, it's about the police. You know, they're a necessary evil. We have to have police. We have to have them because most human beings just can't control themselves sometimes. You know, especially when we get drinking. You know, I know this personally. Once I get drinking, I don't give a flying rat's ass. And there are rats that can fly. I'll tell you about them later. But I believe that the police are uneducated. And that's the problem we're having with them. You know, even sometimes some bad guy, and does something wrong. And, humans, we especially pirates, do bad things, da, da, da. And they just shoot them. It, 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 that's some mother's son, I mean, I'm not a liberal, not at all. But I'm not what the other side is, whatever. We have to control ourselves. That's the problem with humans is just we don't. That's why we wage war because we don't control ourselves. But I'm talking about cops. I'm talking about the police. I, I, I don't think they're educated well enough. I, you know, it takes a beautician, a woman, paint your fingernails. It takes her 2 years to get a license to do that. Just to paint your fingernails, cut your hair, 2 years. It takes her to get a license for that. Well, why is police academy only six months long? I mean, they teach them a few karate moves, and then that's it. They don't teach them the law about our Constitution, the way we live here in America, and they wonder why people shoot cops in the face. I don't. I don't disregard that. I don't. Most of them should be shot in the face. Because they don't know the law. I think, and if you vote for me as president, I'm going to make police school 2 years long. The first 6 months, we'll teach them some karate. All right. And then after that, we're going to teach them the Constitution, which they have sworn an oath to uphold. They should at least have as much knowledge as a doesn't have to be a lawyer, but at least as much knowledge as what do you call them people that work for lawyers? There's a word for them. God, I hate it when I get Dane Bramage. They're called. Well, it's the people that work for lawyers. They're not lawyers, but they know the law and they have a degree in it. God, what do you call them, man? I hate it when I get Dane Bramage like this. Cops should at least know the law, our Constitution. If they knew that, then there'd be so much less violence. And, we need police. They're a necessary evil. They're necessary. We have to have cops. We have to have them, because people get out of hand sometimes. I know I am, you know, I've spent a lot of time on planet Earth, and here in America. And sometimes we get out of hand. And there's been a bunch of times that I've been arrested. A paralegal, a fucking paralegal. Cops should at least have a degree as a paralegal. Doesn't have to be a lawyer, but know the law. Because we have laws here, we're not jungle animals. Well, I might be a jungle animal, but you know what I'm saying. Remember what I say. Love the one you're with, because it might be the last person you see. Then y'all stay out of trouble. Stay out of trouble. Don't interact with the cops because they're uneducated. They are. Love the one you're with.